I bought this Palkia Dialga limited edition DS Lite straight from the Pokemon Center stores in Japan for $275, complete in box. Quite the deal, however it is broken. I don't know what's wrong with it though. Let's crack it open, see what's wrong with it, and let us restore this guy as best as I can. Okay, not awful. It has some scratches. Look at that, guys. Matching cereals, so this guy definitely came in this box. The box isn't in the greatest shape of all time, but for $275, you can't beat that. All right, so this is the DS. It has its GBA slot cover, that's nice. Some fading of the metallic paint, but that's okay. Hey man, the hinge is good. That's a really big bonus. You can see there were stickers. There are stickers there. It turns on, it's on red. Ah, the top screen's busted. That's not cool. Is that the only thing wrong with it? That might be the only thing wrong with it. Oh. It died, haha. Okay, so L doesn't work. So we gotta fix L and the top screen. So we gotta find a top screen that matches the tint of the lower screen. It's very, very slightly yellow, but not bad at all. So I'll go through all of my consoles that have broken hinges. I found my candidate for a top screen, so let's get this guy assembled first and foremost and grab its top screen.
12.
Alright guys, we have our top screen, so now it's time to disassemble this guy, fix the L button, get the top screen swapped in, and we'll be good to go. Want to be as careful as possible with this disassembly, because even these are limited edition. We do not want to mess these guys up. This battery needs charged, so let's put it in our little charging contraption. We'll have to clean this guy up later. He's quite dirty in there in that battery compartment, and likely everywhere else around the shell. Got some dirt, but it's not that bad, to be honest. Yo! Dude! I don't even have to put one in, it's already 69.
Nice.
This has got to be the coolest limited edition Palkia Dialga DS Lite ever because of that. That's awesome. This thing was already cool, but we gotta baby this thing now. I mean, this thing has got it going for it. Alright, so the L button. Let's take this L button apart, get it all fixed up. So right now I'm just scraping off all of the grime that's attached to the inside of the contacts of this L button, because that's what's making it not work. So after all this grime is scraped off and cleaned off, then it'll work like new. But I gotta be careful to not put too much pressure on this little piece, otherwise it won't want to click anymore, which would not be very epic gamer. So now I'm going to use some down water and just clean off everything else. Same for this piece here. And it is still super clicky, so that is wonderful. But before we go further, let's just make sure that it does actually work. Let's click it. It does, let's go. I noticed something pretty bad with the top screen. This is no ordinary scratch, but I'll explain more once we get to the top screen. That could be very bad. Since this motherboard is A-OK, the digitizer's A-OK, everything is good, we do not need to remove the digitizer nor the LCD, so this can all stay attached. However, we can see some grime on these button contacts here, so I'm going to get that all cleaned up so that they work like new. Time to clean them. Alright, so that is good. Look how clean they are now. Scuffed but clean, that's what we want. So now, we can continue with this dude. Make sure our button rubbers are okay, even though they felt perfectly fine when assembled. So I'm actually going to keep this whole plate and all of the buttons attached. There's no need to take out the buttons if we're not swapping it, and we're not, so. Let's grab our hinge cover out of here. Alright. Now the tricky part. These 4 rubber pads are the limited edition gunmetal color, so I really don't want to scuff these guys up, but I gotta do what I gotta do to get in it to fix it, so here's hoping. There's one. There's 2. There's 3. And there's 4. Not too bad, I don't think they're punctured too bad. So that's good. Let's get into this top screen, and then let me show you what I'm talking about. Pretty nice. So since the top screen itself is bad, I'm not going to worry about that cable too much. Just going to pull it on through. No need to be overly careful with a cable that is already broken. I say as I'm actually being careful. Alright, and we got this piece out. Excellent. So, what could be majorly bad with this top screen? Let's get it cleaned up so we can see better. We want this gunmetal gray border to go on our new top screen. So we need the border to be in good condition. And as I pointed out earlier, it's in such great shape. But you see all these micro scratches that I just put on it just from doing what I was doing now? Look at all those micro scratches. I don't know if you can see it that well, but that is because this layer of the top screen is not the top screen, nor is it a screen protector. It is the sticky film of that screen protector that got stuck on. So there are 2 ways to go about this. One, I forgot the gunmetal gray border, and I just opt for the black one, which would suck, in my opinion. This is the super cool limited edition one, and this is just a regular black DS. We could just swap the borders, or we could make do with what we have and try to cover this up by putting a screen protector on it. That would make it look very nice. That would stop it from getting worse in the future at all, which sounds great and all. However, if the next owner ever decided that he wanted to take the screen protector off, which is very likely, because screen protectors scratch easier than these lenses, then it would have a good chance of ripping up that old screen protector's sticky film, and it would mess up the whole screen, and it would be a mess. And at that point, he would definitely want to swap this. But I think that is the best thing to do for now, because I do not want to swap it with a non-limited edition border. I mean, this just looks so cool. Side by side, the gray looks absolutely awesome. So let's try to get a screen protector installed. I am the worst at installing screen protectors, but I'll do that once we get the top screen swapped already. So I'm gonna peel this up here. Gonna lay it back down. Alright, that thing is dirty. Look how dirty this is. So many specks of dirt. That's unfortunate. We'll have to clean that up. And then this. This is our good one. That's super clean in there. Alright, so for this, gonna rip this up. And we're gonna have to clean all of that dirt. If it doesn't get cleaned off by just brushing over it with my minion pants, then we'll have to use water, which would leave streaks, which is not good. Alright, that looks pretty dang clean to me. So now real quickly, because we don't want new dust to fall on that guy, real quickly I'm going to rip up the special edition gunmetal top screen border, place it in there, make sure it's flush. It is not. That's why we do this. Frick. Okay, now it's flush. Now let's set our top screen in place on top of it. Just like that. We have a replaced top screen, but we still have to address the issue with the lens. But first, let's get this top screen installed and the whole top screen assembly installed as well. Alright. That's looking awesome. Top screen cable looks perfect. Let's get this cleaned up again. So I really only have one chance with this, not because I only have one top screen protector, but because if I start to stick it down and peel it up, then like I said earlier, it's going to want to lift up the old layer of the old screen protector too, which is definitely not what we want at all. I think I did okay. There's just a few bubbles, but most of the bubbles will come out with time. And now we don't see any of those micro scratches that lie underneath. And actually, this is my second attempt, because as you saw, I lifted up the first one. So we might actually be okay to just keep on applying screen protectors. That's cool. Hinge still works flawlessly, so let's get these two hinge cover screws back in. So now, let's clean up the buttons. We don't want no dirty buttons. So now let's route this mic cable in its tracks. And I like to bend it up like that, so that it's easier to put the board in. Got this top screen cable in. Put the board down in its place. Get the mic cable installed. And let's do some wicked magic. And stuff this guy under the cartridge port like it's nothing. Years of experience, my guy. My favorite part of the whole thing. Perfect. So now, the shoulder button just fell behind my desk. Okay, so now let's clean off this guy. There's a decent bit of dust in here. All right. Fits like a charm. Look at that, dude. Let's test the L button, see if we fixed it. Hey! Works like new. Let's get the rest of this guy assembled. Alrighty, guys, we have these 2 arbor pads remaining, and then the battery door, which we still have to clean. Perfect. So you might think it's time for me to screw in the battery door, but actually, I'm not going to yet, because I'm going to polish this up, and I'm going to polish the battery door up. I'm going to polish the front plate up. So first, let's get the bottom of the DS polished up. Now for this, I use Meguiar's Ultimate Rubbing Compound. There we have it. This is so much clearer than before, guys. I can't even tell you. It's so much more vibrant and glossy. It looks so nice. All of those mini scratches that have been scuffing it up are removed. Of course, you can still see a ton of scratches, scratches that are too deep for this to take care of, but this thing still looks infinitely better than what it did before. I'd say that was pretty much required as a part of the restoration process. Let's make sure this thing can read games. Aha! This rubber pad just came off, so we'll be adding more adhesive to that and to the other one. It reads DS games perfectly fine, though. And it reads Game Boy games perfectly fine. Perfect. Alright, so let's get these pads re-adhesived. To do this, I just use thin double-sided 3M. This particular stuff actually came for top screen replacements on DS Lites, so I have actually a ton of this stuff that I use, and it works like a charm. I'll just stick it on it like that, and then we'll peel this underside. Alright, so both of these rubber pads have been put back into place with their new adhesive, so they will be sticking for years to come. But okay. The issue, our top screen, we fixed, and the issue with the top screen lens, we also pretty much fixed with the screen protector installed. Hey, I mean, you see what it says. If you enjoyed this video, please consider leaving a like and subscribing. It really helps out the channel. I make all kinds of DS Lite content like shell swaps and other repairs, so if you'd like to check out my other videos, feel free to. But thanks for watching, guys. Have a fantastic day.